Exciting stuff here on KBD Productions TV today. Ken goes to the dump. Good day, YouTubers, and welcome to the vlog. I just finished dropping Ben off at work. It's 11 o'clock Saturday morning. This is, I think, the first time in like 9 months that Ben has this shift as opposed to the 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning shift. So I think him and his girlfriend are going to go to a movie afterwards, which is cool. Anyway, yesterday was a blah day. You ever had a blah day? Ken gets blah days, and yesterday was it. I think it started out okay. I don't know what happened. Like, it was just the weirdest. And I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday that I finished, or not finished, but I shot episode 5. I'm not sure if I talked about this yesterday. Did I actually videotape yesterday? I remember talking about something, walking the dog. Anyway, so I was filming episode 5 of Captive Minecraft, and when I went and did an achievement, which is called cow tipping, the world went back to 1 square. I have no idea, and I like researched it, tried to find out what I did wrong, and it just kind of set me on this like downward spiral, because it's like I spent each episode is like a 30-minute episode, and so 5 episodes is 3 hours, plus all the time in between trying to make things all ready to go for, I know this guy behind me is speeding. So I put a lot of time and effort in, and all of a sudden now I'm back to square one, and you can't really get out of it. So basically the game's over, and it kind of put me in a bit of a rut, and I wasn't very happy about the rut. Anywho, and then I shot the San Francisco sandwich video, and all the way down there I'm just like, I didn't want to do it, and as soon as I got into my regular routine, I was back to normal, I guess. But then the rest of the day I was just like, and then last night Carol came home, and just before Carol came home, Megan said, "Oh, Ben's working tonight, do you want to go out to," she's like, "What do you want to do for dinner?" And I said, "I don't know yet. Wait to see what happens when Mom gets home." And so she's like, "Oh, I'd really like to go back to JY Panda because she really likes their bean curd." And so I'm really glad that Megan and Ben, and not really Carol, is into sushi, but Carol does all the other things, like chicken teriyaki and stuff like that. That's the kind of Chinese food that she likes, whereas I like the Japanese sushi stuff. That's my fave. And Megan's taken to it. Ben is taken to it. Ben likes to try all of them, but there's certain fish ones that he doesn't like. Anyway, so that's what we did, and then we came home, and I watched Thor, the dark one with the, I guess it's Thor 2. I watched that and then went to bed. And that was pretty much it. Nothing big, exciting, crazy. So today, I just got up, went through, and I launched the Smokes Poutineery, how to make a poutine, and everybody loves it. Moy did a great job, very enthusiastic gentleman, and it looks like people want to see him again in a video. That's how excited they were. It's got tons and tons of likes on it. Somebody even put in the comments, finally the hate is gone, or something like that. Something along those lines. Anyway, so I just we had to get up just a little bit early before we dropped Ben off, so I had to go to the post office and pick up Ben's film. So he bought the Polaroid camera, and bought the camera case and like a box of film, and so we had to pick that up. It's been at the post office for like 2 weeks, and he just keeps forgetting to remind us to go get it. And anyway, so yeah, for the rest of the day, I don't know, I'll take you along. I just realized what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get the mulch that I like and get a head start this year on my garden. So I'm at the Bradford greenhouse, and I like the really dark mulch. This place is amazing. Outdoor furniture. Lots of stuff, but I'm just here for mulch. Nothing crazy exciting like that. Okay, so they have a display here of all the different mulches, but it doesn't have a sign. So how am I supposed to know? So 10 bags of brown mulch cost $59. What's the subtotal? It was 56 bucks. Where's my car? I need my car. Here we go, people. Let's do it. All right. Lugging 10 bags of dirt or mulch. Woo! When you don't do that kind of work and all of a sudden you lug 10 bags of mulch, it tires you out. Wow. I used to work in warehouses. I had a construction job for a summer, and I knew I wasn't fit for that kind of thing. There's no way I could do that all the time. Although I like landscaping. Landscaping has a bit of a art to it, and not a bit of an art, a big chunk of art, and there's a lot of thought has to go into it, and I kind of really like the layouts and stuff that people come up with for gardening and landscaping. Anyway, let's do some music. Bars. Cars.
Tell me what's next.
Alien sex. Kiss me. Dig it with your poison. Take me. She's got like a bit of a lisp, stutter. Crazy all my life. Hey, hey, hey. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. All right, so I got home. I got my 4 bags there, and the rest of them are up there. But I gotta work on this garden, and it's gonna take a couple hours. As you can see, we used red mulch one time. These are hostas. I gotta pull them all out. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun job to do all day long. And then I gotta do this garden. That's a big garden. Have to replace that deck. It's falling apart. And then I got to do that garden. Okay, so we got a bunch of the gardens done. 2 of the gardens fully done for the mulch, and that's all set to go. So in the back right now is just lots of leaves and composting stuff that we can take to the dump, and the dump doesn't charge you to get rid of that. Plus there was that tower of bricks that I had in the front, and I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing it. So that you can also dump bricks, concrete blocks and stuff at the dump for free, which is good. Anyway, so we're gonna drop those 2 things off and then go back down to what am I getting? Oh, I'm gonna get another, I think it's called the dogwood or the fire bush or something. So right beside the garage there's a bush, and it's like one of my favorite because it just turns bright red in the fall. It's just an absolutely beautiful bush. We used to have 2 of them. I put one just in front of the deck, and because we had to move it 3 times. It used to be in the front, and then we were at one point thinking about renovating, so I moved them, and then I had to move it again and it didn't like the last move, and so pretty much the whole bush died except the root balls. So right now it's slowly coming back. We just checked it and there are buds on it, so we're just going to leave it where it is and not move it again because I don't think it could handle another move. Ooh, going over the train tracks, didn't want to knock over our pile of bricks in the back of our nice car. Anyway, so to the dump we go. I'm at the dump and there were about 20 cars ahead of me. Each one has to get weighed, and then you go and dump your garbage, and then you have to come out and get weighed again, and then pay if you're dumping garbage. But for me, it'll be interesting. We'll go across the scales. We're coming up to them now. Exciting stuff here on KBD Productions TV today. Ken goes to the dump. So we had to obey the traffic light. Again, the problem with having 20 people waiting to get in, there'll be 20 people waiting to get out. So this was a long process. I think I've been here for at least 30 minutes so far. Yikes. Come on. Come on, green light. It should go green now. There we go. Nice. Ken floors it. So the bricks go into this heap pile, and then the yard and waste gets dumped, and then I can slip out a special exit for people like me who are just dumping off free stuff. That's where they dump the normal garbage. So there's the other. This is lots of fun, guys. This looks like the rubble and debris. Oh gosh. So that's glass. Oh, gotta do up the window. Jeez. So that looks like the shingle area. So I'm gonna turn it around. And I believe that's the bricks. It's clean drywall, clean rubble only. Kind of like Barney rubble, but this is clean rubble. That's done. Now it's time for leaf and yard waste. Last year we put out a leaf and yard waste bag out front, maybe two, and it was like they were there for like a month, and they got so bad, deteriorated that it composted itself into the ground. So luckily somebody came along and took it eventually. So that is all done. Now we're gonna go buy a nice bush to put in that one part of the garden. Haven't shown you guys that stuff yet, but Carol, there's one juniper bush. I'm not sure if you know what a juniper bush is, but it's almost a ground type fir tree, I guess you could say, but their needles are very, very tight or pointy, sharp, thistly, I guess you could say. So we get to bypass the scales. And I know my seatbelt isn't on. I'm at the dump. It's okay. Oh, he's gonna go around again. What is he doing? Don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's dumping more stuff. And I'm gonna pass him because I'm out of here. All right, off to Bradford greenhouses once again. I'm actually gonna count my lucky stars because as I'm leaving, look at the lineup. Holy schmoly. That is like another 20 car lineup to get out. And there was the other exit I could have taken. I'm not thinking fast enough. All right, so I think it was the owner, and it's called the burning bush. So in the fall, it just turns that brilliant red, and it's one of my favorite bushes, and it's pretty hardy, and it's a good plant all around. So I think I'm gonna get 2 of those. Those are like 34 bucks, depending on how big they are. All right, so we're on our way home with our 2 new fire bushes and burning bushes, sorry. And I bought 3 packages of seeds. I really like really tall marigolds, and there's a breed that, or species that I'm pretty sure was called giant marigolds, and there's another name for it, of course. But I had like employees looking all over the place for these things, they couldn't find them. But when we read the package on these ones, it did say 2 to 3 feet tall. And what I really liked about the marigolds, especially the giant ones, is they would grow up really fast, flower, and then stay flowered until like almost when the first snowfall came. So they had this they kept the garden looking nice, and so I've always wanted to replant those, try to find them, but it was difficult. She said come back in about a month. They actually might have some already started growing, but the lady who would know for sure just left, and the lady who I was talking to knew that lady knew, and said, you know, I'll come back in about a month and they'll actually start to be growing them, but she just couldn't remember the name. Anyway, so off to home. I'll show you what we've done so far, and then we'll plant these bushes. All right, guys, finished gardening for the day. It's a lot of work. So we got this one done. Cut out most of the hostas stuff that are sticking up, but this will help keep the leaves down, keep the moisture in. And then we cut back this tree. It used to come out here and up and filled in all this area, so I cut that off, so now we just have the one. Then over here, oh, there's the alligator. And over here, that's called the fire burning bush. These are lilies, I believe. And then we cut out this huge bush that was here, and very prickly. It's a juniper, but this is what it looks like in the fall. It's actually gorgeous. This is called a dwarf burning bush, which is kind of funny because it can grow up to about 8 feet tall. So that's the one that we have by the garage, and I'm not sure if in the fall I videotaped it and saw that it was all red. So I got 3 bags left. I'm thinking that front garden is going to take at least 4 bags, maybe 6. So I want to do that whole thing, but we're thinking about making the deck about 6 feet instead of 4 feet. So we'll have to wait and see how big I'm going to make that deck. The guys who did all the construction upstairs still haven't taken their stuff away yet. So they'll do it, or they won't get paid. So that's a motivation right there. So we got to do that front garden, this garden, that garden. So this is the burning bush. This is how big it can get. So that's pretty tall. Yeah, I'm almost 6 feet. I'm 5'10", and that's got to be another foot higher. It probably won't grow any higher because the roof doesn't want to rub the roof. And this was the other one that we had that is needs some more love. But this is it's got its buds. If it doesn't survive, then we'll just pull it out. Let's just hope it survives. All right, guys, I think that's all I'm gonna do today. I'm kind of burnt out, big time. My neighbor is putting in, I guess, hydro from the front, from his house all the way to the back. And he put like a work trailer back there, and he's painted it all brown and everything. So he's bought a bunch of bushes. So hopefully it makes it all nice and pretty. There's Sunny. Oh, so suns. Oh, so sunny suns. All right, it's time for birthday shoutouts. And now it's time for birthday shoutouts. There's only 2 people having a birthday today, April 18th, and that is Peter S, turning 31, and Harvey Michael W, who is turning nothing. He just doesn't want to put his age up there. Anyway, guys, hope you have a great day. Hope you have an awesome birthday, and we will see the rest of you guys tomorrow.